Ever since the tyke, I've been consumed by the art. Like me in a room full of pain, and I'ma pour out my heart. Fuck what you think, I ain't the stars. An artist never been broke. I got a wealth of creativity, I'm born to poke.
What's going on, YouTube? It's Cheap Text Films. We watching Born to Poke TV, and we here with Damein and Fargo. Man, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
How long you been tattooing?
So my dad started me out with a machine, quote machine when I was 4 years old. I'd hop off the bus, other kids would go to the coloring books, whatever they were gonna go do, but my dad, I go into one of his booths that was there. And
he owned his own tattoo shop?
Yeah, he owned his
okay.
So he owned a couple shops here in Fayetteville, and then he moved to Wilmington, had a bunch of shops in Wilmington.
Okay.
And, over time. When one lease was up, he moved to the next building. But he had me a figure already laid out. 4 years old, I go in there and I just start working the figure. I still have one in my freezer at home, as a keepsake. But yeah, so I started out when I was 4. That's roughly around 2000. And then, I pulled into the system, because the tattoo shops back then, heavy with the drugs and stuff like that. Pulled into the system and kept with the art. My grandparents encouraged me to always keep with the art. And then finally, my dad come back around in 2015, started teaching me again, working a whole apprenticeship then with him. And then when I lost him in 2016 to cancer, I just hid everything away. Didn't pick up as much of
it. Was hard to pick up the machine again?
Yeah, it was real hard to pick up the machine.
So what sparked you to pick up the machine again?
So when my dad passed, I got his handprint. And even though I always said, I don't think I would tattoo ever again. In his handprint, I have some banners that says my needles are guided by Tattoo Tommy. So I can only have that handprint on my back so long before the machine calling my name. It's just it being in the house. My wife was a big drive to because I tattooed her before I gave up the machine. And she would just want me to continue tattooing her. So finally, my mom took it upon herself to reach out to the owner of Artworks Inc. And he reached out to me, and that's how I came back to the machine.
Dope. So now that you're back tattooing, what's your favorite type of tattoo to do?
I really aim to be real versatile, a well-rounded artist. But I've had a big hand in a couple American traditional pieces. The American traditional, I'm trying to ease into the Japanese pieces. When I first started, man, artist Carlos at Best Ink, I really wanted to do a realism style work.
Carlos dope.
Yeah,
we interviewed Carlos too, man. If y'all missed that, make sure y'all go check it out. I'm gonna put the link up there, but
yeah, so he's one of my big idols. Him and Dunk. I really wanted to get into eventually I want to get to where I can do the realism pieces.
Right.
My comfortable area is black and gray.
Right.
I love to work with color, but my main comfortable area is black and gray. Right now I do the American traditional, and I'll do whatever. Mainly a walk-in artist. Although now that my name's starting to get out a little bit, through the clients that I have, I've been able to actually get in, sit down, and do bigger pieces.
So as a walk-in artist, man, because I've seen a lot of shops, they have their they'll have their dumps and their Carlos that people book for months to get, but the walk-in artists to me seem like they make a lot of money, man. Knocking out all them tattoos coming through the door.
Yeah, I think my biggest day was I did a Friday the 13th gig, and I think we counted 27 tattoos that come in that day.
27.
Yeah, I mean, they're no bigger than the palm, but I did 27 tattoos. You really see that, and a big thing I always tell people, because people they'll find a tattoo they want, they'll find a picture of a tattoo, and they'll bring that picture of a tattoo to you to get tattooed. But the big thing is with walk-ins, I may do multiple tattoos, but what I like to do myself is I talk to the canvasser, the client, and I try to ease them into allowing me to change up that tattoo and customize it for them.
So it's not like plagiarism.
Yeah.
It's your own piece.
Yeah, so I think that's the big thing about being a walk-in artist, which I believe a lot of artists start that way, if not all artists start that way. But the big thing is like, don't get in the groove of just taking a picture that somebody brings to you.
Right.
A big thing is like, I want to put my spin on it. I want you to leave with a piece of work that came from me, and not like even on those 20 something tattoos that day, not one looked alike. I did the same stencil over and over again for multiple people, but not one looked alike. The shading was different. I might have whip shaded this, or pepper shaded this. Different aspects. But
you practicing while you doing.
Yeah.
13. That's dope.
Yeah, exactly. So I love being I like being a walk-in artist. Because you never know what you're gonna get, kind of. But at the same time, now that I'm starting to get the taste of booking appointments on bigger pieces, 3-4 hour pieces. I've done a chest piece now. I've done. I'm working on a sleeve with a couple different people. I have a back piece coming up in the next couple weeks for actual Fayetteville with the downtown landscape and stuff, but or Horizon. But I'm starting to enjoy those a lot more because I sit down and I pour into the paper, and then it gives somebody something that they're happy about. So it's like I said, I want to be a versatile artist. Yeah, and that's kind of where that.
A lot of tattoo artists are not versatile. Like John Dump. He versatile as far as portraits and stuff like that, but he don't do the Japanese. I mean, I don't say he don't do, but the stuff that he shows is the realism versus traditional or Japanese work.
Yeah, so like John Dump, I'm saving up money right now because I want him to carry my back piece, and my back piece is just gonna be like, I'm gonna give him a list of animals and just tell him to have fun.
Do his thing. But when I personally believe like every artist has a calling. Right. While it's good to be versatile, he has his calling and he has what he's good at. And that's what people come to him for.
Yeah. Versatility, I think, is in my opinion, versatility is a big thing in the startup.
Right.
You can do it, but just because you can do it, you don't
need to be doing it.
You don't need to be doing it because like. Artists may be versatile, but if an artist enjoys doing realism, or if an artist enjoys doing American traditional, it's going to show. Yeah,
that's where his art is, his passion is, so the tattoo going to turn out better.
100%. 100%. It's going to show.
Like a lot of shops, I travel around a lot, and a lot of shops that have a traditional guy or a Japanese guy or a realism guy, black and gray guy,
Correct.
And that's. And I talk to those guys, and they like it, but they don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, because every black and gray tattoo that comes in goes to that guy. Exactly. It might be something he don't want to do, but it's black and gray, so you the black and gray guy.
Correct, and I think that's where a shop really comes together. Mm-hmm. So like. Say for example, if a shop has 5 artists, each one, you have American traditional, you have a really good color realism, a really good black and gray realism, you have a really good Japanese guy. I think that's really where a shop comes together because the shop itself, you should be a family. Mm-hmm. You're gonna build and you're gonna grind together. So you may come to me and I'm not feeling Japanese or I'm not feeling this, but I'll be like, hey, look, this guy here, he's the bomb. Like he really gets into Japanese work. You should go check him out.
Right.
And so instead of that person, you shouldn't look at it as, oh, I'm not getting that person's money.
Right.
The shop's gonna get that money, and he's gonna be able to have fun doing a tattoo he enjoys to do.
And you get to have fun doing what you're doing.
Correct.
That's dope. Correct. Man. That's dope. So, plans for the future. What's your plans for the future?
My plans for the future, really is just like to get to the spot where I'm the best I can be.
Right.
The hardest critique an artist can have is their self. So right now, I'm building up to where, I'm more confident now than I was 4 months ago. Mm-hmm. And I want to keep that progression. I want people to, my family, I want them to be able to look back and be like, this is where you started, but look at where you are now. But eventually, I do want to build up to working out of a shop that I can call my own eventually.
Right.
But it's also something I know I don't need to rush.
Right.
So really right now, for the future, I'm just really going to focus on my art Get to where, everybody knows me, but also staying humble while I do it. Not changing who I am or anything like that. I want to always stay humble while I do what I'm doing. So I think that's the biggest thing for me in the future, is staying humble and being the best I can be.
If you know everything, you can't learn nothing.
Exactly, and you should learn something every day in the tattoo industry. You should learn something every day for your whole life. The whole time you're in the industry, this should be something you learn every day.
Facts. So, you named Jonathan, Depp, and Carlos. What's some of your other inspirations?
So I've been, and I will get a tattoo. There's actually a tattoo that I'm working on getting removed and getting revamped. But I've been watching Black Ink a lot. I started out watching on Netflix, and now I'm watching on Paramount Plus. Duchess Lattimore, are you familiar?
Yeah, for sure.
I want to try. She's in Charlotte. She tattoos a lot of places, but she's another big idol that I have. She comes from NC. She has degrees, but through the series, what I learned, she didn't stick to a picture that maybe society could have painted. She's doing her thing and she's good at what she does.
Right.
And then Caesar, he's a big one. Tyler Nolan, he's a cat that I follow. He's really good. Of course, my dad. My dad was is a big artist I looked up to. But yeah, I mean those are the biggest. John Bell, Carlos Valentino, and then Duchess Lattimore and Caesar. Those are right now, those are the names that really jump out to me, to the people that I pay a lot of attention to, as far as the artwork. I have notifications on the best thing guys, because the artwork that comes out of there is just out of this world.
Yeah.
But I definitely look up to those guys, and hopefully in the near future, their needle is something that is putting ink on my skin. Because I definitely want pieces from all of them. So.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, I think having an idol is always important, because it gives you something to push towards. It gives you something to,
Yeah, before you know it, you be doing them tattoos. Like, I never thought I'd be doing this, but I'm killing what he was doing back then.
Yeah, and then and it's also like after like following them so long, you see them reaching goals that they have, and it just you find yourself getting happy for them reaching goals. Like John Dump just got the car that he's always wanted. So it's like I felt happy for him in that moment. So I think that's another cool aspect, is like watching people that you admire and idol per se. When they accomplish things, you feel like
you're happy for them.
You're happy for them. Yeah. So I think that's pretty dope.
A lot of people not happy for people doing shit like that. But.
Yeah, exactly, man. My big thing is like life is too short. I feel like for every minute of hate or jealousy or anything that for every minute that you have of hate or jealousy, you're knocking off tenfold of your life. Having that in your heart in that time. So you should really thrive. Like, a guy that, I watch his videos all the time because he's an admirable figure. He's Big Blends. He's not even a tattoo artist.
Right.
But, I have the notifications on because he speaks truth. He speaks facts, and he's just a cool dude. So
yeah, he's from North Carolina too?
Yeah, right here. Yep, he's from right here. So that's another big, guy that, a lot of my friends, went to Southview, that know him and stuff like that. So yeah.
Man, you're a good dude, man. Good heart. Y'all seeing it right here on Born to Poke TV. This is the beginning of his career, but great things are coming, man. Well, not the beginning. You've been tattooing since you was 4, but
yeah, man. We're finally sitting down, getting serious, and following, the path of the needle.
Man, that's what's up. The path of the needle, man. That sounds like a book.
Yeah, and maybe we're right now.
That's what's up, man. We out, man. This is Damein. What's your Instagram?
Tattoos by Fargo. That's my Instagram. It's right here. Tattoos by Fargo.
Okay. We're gonna pop it up on the screen too.
Yeah, y'all come give me a follow. Follow me along my journey. Get in touch with me if you want some ink done. I'll be sure to hook you up, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you.
The address to the shop that we at?
Yeah, so the address to the shop that I'm at now is 3121 Fort Bragg Road. That's literally like right down from Cadillac Ranch or FTCC. 28303 is the area code. It's right behind the Kangaroo. We'd love to see you. We'd love to have you come in. We do piercings. The owner there is super great. he's been piercing and tattooing for 30 plus years. You know, he's definitely confident in what he does. He's good at what he does. And we'd love to have you, love to work with you.
That's what's up, man. Born to Poke TV. We out, baby.
Ever since the tank, I've been consumed by the art. Like me in a room full of pain, and I'ma pour out my heart. Fuck what you think, ain't the stars. The artist never been broke. I got a wealth of creativity. I'm born to poke.